So in this video, we're going to find out how to use linear interpolation to estimate the median of a group's dataset. So the first thing that you need to do is find the cumulative frequency. And the cumulative frequency is just basically adding the new term to the frequency of the new term to the frequency of the terms that come before it. So we can do this by saying the first one, 10. The second one is going to be 10 plus 19, which is 29. The second one is going to be 29 plus 43, which is going to be 72, and so on for all the rest of them. So now that we have our cumulative frequency, we can work out where the median term is going to lie, which term it's going to be. So we can do this with the equation median is going to be equal to sigma f divided by 2. And sigma f is just equal to the total cumulative frequency. So that's just going to be this value here. So we can say that the median, the term that it's going to be is going to be equal to 120 divided by 2, which is going to be the 60th term. So from this, now we need to ask ourselves, where does the 60th term lie? So we can see in this first bit, that's up to the 10th term. The second one, that's up to the 29th. So this one is going to be every term up to the 72nd term. So obviously our 60th term is going to lie in here. So we can say 60th term lies in the group 20 to 29. Now what we can do is draw what's essentially a number line, hence linear interpolation. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the upper bound of the group and the lower bound of the group. But we know that basically we're just going to take the value that's in between here and divide it by 2 for our lower bound. So 20 plus 19 is 39 divided by 2. That's just going to be 19.5. So 19.5. And then we're going to do the same thing for the upper bound. So we're going to say what values in between 29 and 30 and adding them together, dividing by 2, or we can just use our brain. In between 29 and 30, that's obviously 29.5. So 29.5. And we're also, on the other side of the line, we're going to put this term and this term. So the cumulative frequency of the group and then the cumulative frequency of the group before it. So at the upper bound, we're going to have 72. And at the lower bound, we're going to have 29. Now, we know that our median term is the 60th term. So we know that it's going to be closer to 72 than it's to be 29. So we can just make a marking somewhere, doesn't really matter where, and say the 60th term. Let me put 72nd and 29th. So we know that the top bit is terms. Now what we can do is draw lines from 19.5. Sorry, and this bit here is going to be our Q2, which is our median. So we can draw a line from our lower bound to our median value on the bottom, and we can do the same on the top. So these two distances are going to be the same, obviously. Now we can do the same thing from the lower bound all the way up to the upper bound, for both on top and on bottom. Now, because we know that these are going to be equal length, we can say that the ratio between this and this is going to be equal to the ratio between this and this. So we can write that in the form of an equation. So I'm going to do 72 take away 60 divided by 72 take away 29 is going to be equal to 29.5 take away Q2 divided by 29.5 take away 19.5. Now we just have to solve for Q, and that will give us our median value. So first of all, we're just going to simplify. So 72 take away 60, that's going to be 12. And then 72 take away 29, that's going to be 43. Is equal, we can't simplify this bit just yet, so we're just going to write that how it is. 29.5 take away Q2 divided by 29.5 take away 19.5, which is just going to be 10. Now, the easiest way that we can go about solving this is multiplying both sides by 10. So 29.5 take away Q2 is going to be equal to 10 multiplied by 12 over 43. And then to get Q by itself, we can add Q to both sides and then take 10 times 12 over 43 away from both sides. So we get the final value for Q to be 29.5 take away 10 multiplied by 12 over 43. And if we work that out, we get Q2, our median, is going to be equal to 26.7. So therefore, we know that the median, or the approximate median, for this group's data set is going to be equal to 26.7.